Go live.
Neato. And there we are. Little B&H going on.
Ooh, get a camera. Something nice.
I think I'm all camered out.
I think we could use a 5th camera.
Yeah, if we sell everything else.
Take the Hun. Hello, gents. Hard take. I'm really enjoying Warhammer Plus. You know, I just watched the new episode of Blood of Baal or Red of the Emperor, Crimson of the Heart, Angels
Blood
of the
Angels?
Death, Blood Angels show. I really liked it. I'm really liking the show. It's really cool.
Shill.
I know.
I didn't know that we're surrounded by shills.
I watched about a minute of Lore Masters, and it's just normal. It's like Luton 09.
Ah, I see.
Can't wait though to review it on the Patreon, because I think I have some fun things I noticed in my minutes.
Ooh.
Lucky bet.
Exciting.
Ooh.
Jeez, I almost forgot to dislike the stream. I mean, who am I?
Andy Crimson, ahoy hoy.
Jade the Hun, your shill has rubbed off on me. Oh no. You're really shaking that pan to the microphone.
Yeah, the magenta by Vallejo really needs a shaking. And then you still squirt out a whole bunch of filler material.
Yeah.
So every paint brand has winners and losers. It's a good color though, but it's just a little annoying.
It actually wouldn't be annoying if you just had a vortex mixer.
There you go. War Striker 857. A friend gave me a box of Space Wolves. How do I paint them? I have no clue how to paint them. I know that Midwinter Minis, good old guy, he has a tutorial on how to do classic, like old school paint jobs of Space Wolves, and those are kind of fun. Otherwise, just kind of a blue-gray, and then yellow and red. The really cool thing about the blood of the shield of the red of the ball of the Blood Angels is it's about Blood Angels and Genestealer cult, and look what I'm working on.
That's true. It's like a show that's made for you.
Yeah. If there's anything I love, it's Blood Angels.
It'd be kind of cool if they made shows that went along with their releases.
No, people would. Oh my God, would people have a field day if they did that? People would just call it one big commercial.
I mean, it basically is, but
Yeah. No, I think that'd be cool too.
You know, like they're releasing new Black Templar stuff. They come out with a Black Templar show. It's like a comedy, it's like a sitcom or something.
nice little piano intro.
It'd be fun if they got wild with it and they did
It would
stuff
be.
like that. They won't, but it'd be fun.
You know, though, I'm surprised how good Blood of the Shields of the Dark Angels of the Blood Angels is. It's a good... it's too bad it's not on YouTube, because no one has seen it. But, I think if this show was not attached to Games Workshop, I think this would have taken over the internet. Like, I think this would have been bigger than Astartes. Astartes is better looking, but Astartes is like 11 minutes of perfection, whereas this show was like at this point it's up to an hour of interesting storytelling and characters.
Jeez, the thing that's bothering me is how much does Games Workshop paying you, and do I get a cut for all this?
Nope, it's all for me. Yeah, they saw
really going
today's
to town
video,
on
and
how
so
great
they
it
they saw today's video and they were not impressed.
Ah, I see.
And speaking of today's
That makes
video, if
sense.
everyone hasn't seen today's video, it's a real fun one.
It is fun. It's very, very fun. True Sprue. Love the latest video of Nick designing terrain stuff. You guys are a great duo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really fun video. A lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of terrain. I mean, it is a full board. It is a full board of terrain. And I think it's fun that the stronghold is a little bit modular. You can make it just walls. You can have it be separate from each other. You could have it be one whole big piece.
Ooh, JPC, evening folks, painting Sabine Wren tonight. Neat! How crazy are you gonna go with the freehanding and stuff? Because I know Sabine, you could paint her a little bit more plain Mandalorian, or you could just go crazy with getting all of her checkerboarding and her stripes.
Mm-hmm.
Do something cool with the Darksaber. I know, I'll have to get one because I have the Rebels. JP got rockets. Ball sounds like by owl, similar to Bale, but a long SA sound in the first syllable. So ball.
I like ball because it sounds like balls.
Mm-hmm.
That's just more fun.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Striker 857. Seinfeld intro. That'd
be pretty good. He's on stage doing a little stand-up before the show.
Oh, that'd be amazing. Rabute Gilliman gets up there. All right, folks.
Maybe I have to get that good at 3D modeling.
Mm-hmm.
Where then we just do that. We do a sitcom and then we get sued by Games Workshop and it's the best thing that's ever happened.
Mm-hmm. Lucky Bat, if you like a Nick pick, you'll love today's video. And who doesn't love a Nick pick?
Mm-hmm. Good old-fashioned Nick pick. Brian Rotzog, nice vid today. I really like seeing you build it from scratch. Yeah. Just a man and an idea.
Mm-hmm. And someone else's idea.
Yep. Nope. I actually made the game too. I am Relic. That's my last name.
I wonder if I can dry brush these hands. I feel like it'd be tricky, but it might be worth a shot. I know. I watched a few minutes of Emil Squidmar's new video today. It was another Fiverr video, and I couldn't get. I'll finish it eventually, but I couldn't get past. He was like, "Yeah, so we've been doing this thing where we paint models in a few hours, like this, Typhus or not Typhus? Who's the big guy? Mortarion that we painted in an hour, and this model that we painted in an hour." And I'm like, "They're the most amazing looking models I've ever seen in my entire life." How can it be an hour? How could you paint that in an hour? And it's got blending and stippling and edge highlighting and oh my god, I'm like, an hour?
Yeah.
Holy moly!
That doesn't make any sense. I mean, it takes time for things to dry. Sometimes.
Man's a miracle worker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very interesting.
Well, Peck, I painted some snow troopers today for like the mud troopers from Solo. Ooh, neat. Yeah, I wonder if the mud troopers are gonna make an appearance in Legion or something. It does kind of make sense that their stormtroopers are not the main army men. They're like the police.
Mm-hmm.
And so when they have to deploy 10,000 troops to a planet, it's not 1,000 white stormtroopers.
Mm-hmm. They're really good at hiding.
Yeah, but all video games have always shown that it's just legions of stormtroopers.
Mm-hmm. Andy Crimson, I'm about to use my Badger Patriot for the first time tonight.
Ooh, for the first time tonight or for the first time ever?
I'm gonna guess both.
Neat. I like mine. A Badger. In the blood of the shields of the Baal of the Blood Angels, there was a Genestealer cultist who reloaded his gun with his extra hand. I thought, oh, that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Akina Kanonis, Nick vids are underrated.
This is true. Go watch the photography video. That one's severely underrated. Man, the cheese man. Nick video is almost good enough to make me spend 1,000 pounds on a printer, but I'm about 999 pounds short.
Neat. Oh, you'll get there.
Exactly.
Also, the printers are cheaper than that, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know in fun
That's
money
true.
what it is. But,
that's true.
That Viper, I believe, is $300.
Ooh. And that's the one that like
bad.
prints for you.
Yes. Well, they all print for you.
Yeah.
But it levels and yeah. It's bare. It's. I mean, I've never had a printer that was solo maintenance, and it comes in two parts. So you just screw the top part onto the bottom part, and it's done. Like I have some Creality Ender 3s, and those are like they come in a bunch of different parts. You have to make sure everything's square and perfect, and I had to like cut things off and make it fit better, and there was testing involved, and they work, but they're not perfect, and they slowly but surely, like as you use them, the bed gets like untightened, so you have to retighten it all back down, and it's a little bit of a nightmare. Where this machine, it just does it, and I haven't had any problems. And I printed everything in the video on that, besides all the resin stuff in the other printer.
Tegus123 Gaming. Hello, everyone. They use airbrushes. I know they use airbrushes, but I use airbrushes. And I think Mortarian would take me at least many hours. I wonder if he had a Patreon where I could watch just start to finish. I think I might have to. I would think I'd have to subscribe.
Drew Sprue, would you say MDF is currently losing market share compared to 3D printed stuff?
I don't know. I feel like they both have their pros and cons.
Yes.
Usually MDF.
Again, I think it's a little bit of kind of like what I showed in the video, where I use them both. I use the strengths of both to get the project done. I feel like you kind of have. If you combine those two types of 3D printing with MDF, you'd have some cool stuff. Because with MDF, you can do some crazy giant things.
Yeah.
But like your terrain that you showed off on a ton of videos and stuff. Some of those parts definitely should be 3D printed.
Oh yeah, it's so much gosh darn work to build anything. Building circles with MDF is just unreasonable.
It doesn't make any sense at all.
JP Rockets airbrush, and they were averaging an hour and a half for their 1 hour paints, probably using a hairdryer to speed up the process.
Still crazy.
That's still crazy fast. Like, I would say, like an hour for a model this size is really, really good. An hour for like a model 10 times this size is unheard of.
Yeah.
Maybe if you had the hairdryer going the entire time and you're painting as fast as you can.
And like I wonder, because he has people that help him.
That's true.
Now, and so like, but it's not like two people can paint the model at the same time. Unless that's what they're doing. That's kind of
really funny if he like one person paints the model and then they hand off the model as they clean their brush and then add more paints. And so it's like the brush there's never downtime.
Remember, I had that idea of like having like be almost like a pit crew where the other person, they hand you a new brush so you don't have to wash it, and that person washes all the brushes for you and stuff. Yeah,
I would like to try something a little bit like that, like literally assembly line painting, where everybody is taking turns. Like one person is doing the airbrushing and then hands it off to the base coater, then the base coater does the base coating and then hands it off to the highlighter, then the highlighter hands it off to the detailer. And the detailer hands it off to the baser.
Mm-hmm. The baseman.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Baird, can I 3D print a relationship with my dad? I did, and I had a lot of success with it. It's a little shaky at times though, and I had a couple failed prints, but you know, if you just keep trying it over and over and over again, it works out. And I would highly suggest the Viper printer for that one. That's a lot easier.
Nelson Dunn, howdy folks.
I'm a folk. Grizz, Nick, have you had any experience with LED-based SLA printers? If so, how do you think they compare to DLP? Or yeah, LCD. Yes, I actually have an Elegoo Mars. I actually have 2 of them, and they're great. They're great printers. I would say the quality on the DLP printer is significantly better. Like I have a couple models that I printed on both, and the DLP looks a lot better, and it's way quicker. I think with the current settings that I have in the Elegoo Mars, I think curing the layers is like 6 seconds or something like that, where on the DLP printer the default is 2 seconds, and I've heard that you can go less than that if you increase the power, but I haven't experimented with that. That's going to be in the coming weeks. But yeah, it's a good printer. Very similar though. It's all the same stuff. Just a different way of getting there.
Cthulhu73. I'd pay for you to subscribe to Squidmar so I could learn from you. You're much more interesting to watch. Wow. Thank you. Speaking of 3D printer, do you see that message we just got?
Message?
On I just saw it pop up for me.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Awesome. Beautiful.
All of our shillings paying off.
Yep, all of our shillings paying off.
We finally get to do a little networking.
Yep. Wonderful.
It's a cease and desist from Games Workshop.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we're in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, the channel's going down. This is the last stream.
Yep.
Everything's ending. It's been nice knowing you folks. Beautiful. Oh yeah, and our Reddit post on the Warhammer 40k page blew up.
Yeah.
Holy yeah, I haven't checked on it in a couple hours, but I believe it was at like 1,900 last time I checked. Which that's a lot of upvotes. Yeah, very very wild. People are really digging it. I think a lot of people played the game.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people know the game or something. They have 420,000 members, which is fun.
Not really that many. I guess 420,000? No, yeah, that's a lot. I misheard.
Yep. I remember when we started doing YouTube, they had 80,000.
Mm-hmm.
It has 2,100 upvotes on Reddit. Adorable.
Mothma Miniatures. I almost finished painting my largest miniature I've ever done, Baba Yaga's hut from Reaper. I'm super happy with it. I just need to shade the wood and roof. Neat! I think you better, if as long as you have a before picture, you should throw that up in EOB Complete.
That's true. Well, technically, you can put it up in there anyways. We just can't put it in the video.
Yeah.
Just want to share it.
Masker64. I'm ready for the paint conga line. Yeah!
And we have to wear like those like flamingo outfits.
Yes.
Little puffy sleeves. Jeez, imagine painting with puffy sleeves. You get paint on them.
Mm-hmm. Clam 1000. Can't believe this army just wants pants. Yeah, they just like stealing jeans.
Mm-hmm. Caltranzu, so happy you guys got that Anycubic money now. High rollers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, we have to fuel our mansion somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you have a giant mansion now.
Yeah, but eventually, really, what we're trying to do is we're trying to get money so that we can be TikTok famous.
Exactly. We're close. Yeah, we're gonna buy the hype house. Be part. That's what we're gonna do now. Yeah, the cheese man. You guys deserve the credit. Though I'm not 100% convinced Nick is real. I'm not either.
Yeah, me either.
Melonhead Bernie. Ew, TikTok. Fire. I know. I saw Melonhead Bernie made a comment on the Armini's art video talking about some dude doing yo-yo tricks that I photoshopped your face on. The reason why I did that is because Melonhead Bernie was talking about yo-yos. And that's what I literally connected those two together, because I'm like, because you said the word trick, I'm like, yo-yos are tricks, and I was thinking of yo-yos because of Melonhead Bernie, which is why it's in the video. Isn't that cute?
I don't think I've ever yo-yoed. I think I had a yo-yo, like a really cheap one, and I can never really get it to come back up. I could get it to come like halfway.
I feel like now as an adult you have to try it.
I'm good at juggling.
I bet you can do it now.
And I'm sure my juggling skills will cross over.
I think so. Yeah, I agree. I used to yo-yo a little bit. I was pretty good at it. I could do Around the World.
Ooh.
Everyone knows that one. Anyone can do
my favorite Daft Punk songs.
Just whip it around. But yeah. I don't think I knew any tricks, but I could make it come back to me. Clam 10,000. You'll be Wargaming House when? Actually, just 3D print it. Easy.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we'll just 3D print our own house. They'll be done in a couple years.
Yeah, and then Guy, Goober, Squidmar, everybody will show up. Miniac, Markiplier.
Jeez, it sounds like a sty. Jeez, be horrible.
Melonhead Bernie, new cheap yo-yos are way better than they used to be. Juggling skills would help for sure. Yeah, I think I had a bad wooden yo-yo.
I had some of the. I had two of those Dunkin' Donuts yo-yos, and those are pretty good. I had a green one, like one of those typical green yo-yos, and then I had the blue one, and I don't know. It looks more like a God, I have no idea how to describe it. It's
like two cones.
Yeah, it was like two cones.
And the points are touching.
Yeah, exactly. I had one of those. That was pretty fun. I don't know what the difference is. I don't know if like one's better for tricks and one's better for, I don't know, yo-yoing around. I don't know anything about it. But it was pretty fun. Like, I totally could see how that's someone's hobby. It's similar to juggling.
Yeah. I remember the day, I think like right before quarantine lockdown, I ordered some juggling balls. Because I'm like, I'm going to need something to do. And I learned how to juggle. And then quarantine lasted another 18 months. But...
yeah. Jeez Louise. I remember thinking... I was so excited for the 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's horrible because people are dying and stuff, and that was really, really bad. But I was like 2 weeks, and I just don't have to go to work. Love it. But then, because I was living in California at the time, and then when they said, "Oh, we're gonna do 2 more weeks," I was like, "Oh, so the rest of the year, for sure. This is it now. This is how this is, forever." Yeah, and it just never changed. But my whole life changed.
Yeah.
Juice Brew, any advice for starting a channel for miniature hobbying? Really admire quality and quantity of your vids.
Oh God. I have no idea. I'd say figure out what you like, whether it's gaming or talking about the hobby or painting or collecting, and then just do that and see if you get any hits. I would definitely not say like try to copy someone right off the bat, because really you should find out what you like. Because if you start out doing how-tos and your how-tos do well, but you don't like making how-tos.
Yeah.
But if you're like, I really like book reviews, I like reading the books, I like talking about the books, so I'm going to talk about the books online, and then that starts doing well for you, then now you've really got something.
Mm-hmm. I can say that we have a weird advantage because we have 2 people.
Yes.
So that really helps. Because we go to each other for ideas sometimes, or, you know, Jay has an idea that I never thought of, or I had an idea that Jay never thought of, and that helps. That helps make things a little bit more interesting.
Oh, yeah.
And we're both weirdos, so we go off and we watch weird things, and we bring that into the videos. Like I watch all these videos about these people doing these really interesting transitions between stuff, which is how we started doing those transitions with the paint getting transitions and stuff. So, yeah, I don't know.
And I definitely could not make 3 videos a week if I had to edit them all.
Yeah, that would be a disaster.
It just wouldn't happen.
Mm-hmm. I mean, even the video that came out today, you know, I shot the majority of it, and then I had to edit it all, and I was like, oh my god, it's horrible.
Mm-hmm. But what's nice though is that video took a month, a little over a month to put together. But you could work on it for that long because we were putting out regular videos.
Exactly. Yep. Because imagine if I had to do, God, if I had, you know, if we didn't have any videos in the tank, if we didn't have other things going on, there would just be nothing for a month.
Yeah.
To get that done, and that's not good. But yeah, because we got a message from Anycubic, and they were interested in maybe doing something with us, and then they said that essentially we have a month from when we receive the machines to make the video. And so
otherwise they deactivate the machines.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's literally a month. It's exactly a month that it took to do everything. I also think, to me, you have to really like making the videos.
Yeah.
Like you almost have to like making the videos more than the hobby itself. Because if you hate editing, if you hate filming, if you hate doing all that kind of stuff, then you're not going to like doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Because we made videos before that were just dumb, horrible, YouTube videos that 14-year-olds made.
Mm-hmm.
But, so we've always liked it. But,
Yeah, I think I could give up Warhammer easier than I could give up videos.
Yeah, I would say so.
I only want to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
How come Tau players don't talk about connecting all the drone parts into a giant drone tower? Best part of the kits. Can they really stack like that? That's pretty funny. Scott Mallinson, I believe Nick is real because a fake person could not look surprised but uninterested at the same time.
Exactly. The Flying Tyrant. How many balls could you juggle, Jay?
I can only do 3. I should learn 4. I'm okay. I have the very basics of 4-ball juggling. I've got 3-ball juggling down pat. I even have a couple of little tricks, like where I'll toss one under the leg and then catch it, but without breaking the whole cycle.
Did you watch YouTube videos to figure it out, or did you just keep doing it?
I watched one YouTube video that gave the very basics, and then I just failed at it forever.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually you just train yourself to do it.
Yeah.
What's funny is that my original juggling balls they're sand there's sand inside of them so that they don't bounce away from you when you drop them, which makes them easier to mess up with. But a little bit of sand comes out every time they hit the ground. And so I just bought a new set of juggling balls, and I did not realize how deflated the old ones were. They're not even balls anymore.
That's pretty funny.
Matthew Cheeseman, towel players are definitely not real. I agree.
Exactly. Matthew Stoleness, you should make a channel complaining about Games Workshop.
Oh my goodness, that's
There you
not a
go.
bad idea. I did have an idea for a channel that where I would review ghost footage on YouTube, because I'm pretty sure I've seen all ghost footage on the internet. And I'm like, I bet there's something to this. I bet if I just talked over the clips, because I'm pretty skeptical, but it does freak me out, and so I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, the cheese man. I keep getting recommended I Hate Games Workshop vids.
Yeah.
One channel especially is dedicated to that. Cannot stand it.
Mm-hmm.
Michael M. Hello, EOB. That's me.
I only want to watch it. Same. I think it's just the algorithm lumping them in with the general 40k vids. Yeah, it is kind of a bummer. Presumably, it'll pass one of these weeks, months, years. But
I
it
feel like
does.
it will,
It gets yeah.
Because unless something happens, you know, I don't know. I feel like they're not really, because I feel like people have been more pissed recently because they've been making a lot of changes. You know, they've
Yeah.
been coming out with a lot of stuff. And they always do, but a lot of different stuff. They've changed the games, and then the Warhammer Plus is new, so there's things to complain about with
Yeah,
that.
new kill team.
Exactly. Dominion.
But
Age of
once
Sigmar.
once we go back into normal, presumably things will die down a little bit.
Exactly.
Melonhead Bernie, I make the occasional video, and I both love and hate the process. It can be hard, but it is so satisfying. Yeah.
Matthew Stoleness, my favorite part of the video from today was Jay looking back and, so are you going to help clean up? Or it seemed legit, like Nick had just walked off. I would say we've had a few different acting segments. We're not the best actors in the world, but I felt like that segment was pretty good.
Yeah, I think
For
it
us.
really was. It was pretty
I feel
good
like
for us.
we're getting a little bit better.
Mhm.
I would like to keep doing stuff like that so then we can get better at it.
Yeah.
So it just becomes a little bit more natural.
Mm-hmm. I think.
Easily the most natural it's been.
Yeah, I think it was particularly rough in the Age of Sigmar video, just because we pulled that right out of our butts.
Yep.
It was like, how are we going to turn this into a video? We can do this today. Perfect.
Yep. Exactly.
Matthew
Thanos,
Stolen,
thanks for. What were you gonna say?
Matthew Stolen says I should check out World of Mr. Gray. I'll look this up and probably get a virus.
Oh, he debunks videos and he does it in a Welsh accent, which is awesome.
Ah.
Interesting.
Oh yeah. Neat.
Thanos, thanks for liking my accidentally upside down armored Krieg earlier. I saw that. Amazing. Although I would have never known. I would have not known.
Melonhead Bernie. Even I wish Games Workshop haters would shut up, and I'm almost one of them. Yeah, like there's some legitimate, there's a twinge of legitimacy, but it's just completely blown out of proportion by everyone yelling all at once all the time. I also do not think that the Primaris have been getting nearly enough love lately. When was the last time we got a Primaris Lieutenant? Tell me.
Helljumper, hey Nick, nice work with the Dawn of War Kill Team terrain. Super inspiring. Makes me want to make a display board for my up and coming Imperial Guard force. Of course, making the bunker design from Dawn of War. Yeah, that'd be super cool.
Well, the files are available.
This is true.
Everybody gets the plasma generator.
That's true.
Then
All
you
the
gotta
other stuff's on
Oh yeah.
the old Patreon. But the bunker is a different thing. The Imperial Guard bunker, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's also in the game. Yeah. I wonder if Helljumper wrote that comment or if other people wrote a similar thing, because I believe a few people have actually mentioned that they wanted to do that.
Yeah, I saw some people mention the Tau.
Yeah,
Tau terrain.
The Tau's good. Oh, and then I had a brief conversation with somebody on Reddit because they said that they liked the terrain pieces, but it was a shame that I didn't put LEDs in them to light them up. And I said that was the original plan, but I mean I only had a month to do it, so it just wasn't going to happen. But a video could be making the plasma generators light up and then building the Tau generators and making them light up too. That could be kind of a fun video. Because I love the Tau ones are super cool, and some of the Tau stuff lights up, and all that could be a video. But who knows? Who knows? The German Duck. You should create a Games Workshop loving subreddit and an anti-Games Workshop YouTube channel. Money can flow both ways.
There you go.
That'd be pretty funny. Well, I think it'd be funny to make both. You have two YouTube channels, one that hates Games Workshop and one that loves Games Workshop.
Yeah, there you go.
And you publish the same video on the same topic every day. You know, just one post the hate version, one post the good version. That would be so funny.
Matthew Cheeseman. During lockdown, a buddy of mine started a YouTube channel of him playing Call of Duty considerably below average. He actually got monetized. Maybe I should do a lousy painter channel. You never know.
You never know. That's true. And like there are channels out there, not gonna name names, where they're not like the perfect, absolute, amazing painters in the world, but because they're so excited and they really love doing it, like their videos are so fun. Like I don't think you have to be amazing beyond perfect.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes amazing beyond perfect can hold you back a little.
That's true. And sometimes people don't want to watch that because you know, because I always kind of think people watch the videos because they want either they want to watch the videos because it's something that they absolutely cannot do, and that's kind of fun, or it's something that they can actually accomplish. And if you're kind of in the middle between those two things, I think people don't care. But I think you know, there's channels out there where people are you know, a little bit they're a little bit more advanced, but they're not like perfect, and people really like them. Because they're it's attainable.
Yeah.
They could get that good.
War Magic Variety. I doubt it'll stop unless Games Workshop starts making everything free and making everyone's personal army the meta. Exactly. Clarky. That's a good name. One I've watched all of recently, and think Jay mentioned it a while back too, is Arbiter Ian, giving a rounded view of things history without being overly negative or apologistic. Yeah, I really like Arbiter Ian. He makes really, really good stuff. I haven't been watching him recently because I've watched all of his videos twice, so he's got to start cranking some content out.
Yeah, geez, what the hell? Michael M., when are you guys going to incorporate more 3D printing? I just watched Nick's Dawn of War terrain today. It can happen. I mean, now we have the machines.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you want to help it happen, I would say join the Patreon or watch the today's video 10,000 times.
Yep, that helps. I do have another idea that probably involves some 3D printing that I actually got from a patron that I was messaging today. but I'm gonna keep that a little bit secret, and I'm gonna tell Jay after the stream.
You hear that? If you're a patron, you get to private message with Nick.
That is true.
Not safe for work.
Oh, you get a good old fashioned Nick pick if you're lucky.
Mm-hmm. I only want to watch it. Worst part of the 40k YouTube verse is having to hear about how new players don't even build a level 3 base before going off onto a crusade. Don't know what that means, but yeah.
I get it. Big Nick energy. I love that name.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get hate channels. There's plenty to criticize Games Workshop about, certainly more than usual right now, but it's a waste of energy to froth at the mouth.
Yeah, well, it gets views. That's really the thing.
Yes, and the views make the money.
Yeah, and so, because it's smart to chase the views. But I don't know, if you ever notice on a channel where like one video does well, and then the next 4 or 5 videos are the exact same video, I just feel like that tells you something.
Mm-hmm. Certainly does. And it usually, if you make the same type of video, it usually doesn't get more views.
Yeah.
Sometimes
usually a
does,
steady decrease.
Yep.
Until they give up.
Yep. And then they do something different.
Mm-hmm.
Power Surge, Nick, that fabrication was amazing. Please continue making more. Also, good job on selling the 3D printer. I'm sold on it now.
Nice.
There you go. Well, I think the Ultra is for it's going on Kickstarter soon, I believe. And I think you get some money off on it if you buy it through them.
JB Grot Rockets. The best thing to do is to vote with your wallet. Games Workshop isn't forcing anyone to give them any devotion. With all the great minis out there and indie game rules, there is no reason to let Games Workshop dominate your gaming experience. Exactly.
This is true. George Gajardo. Nick is clearly talking about my substandard painting channel. Oh no!
Uganda Big Chungus Keanu Ebix Among Us Ligma. I think the general attitude a channel has affects how popular they are, and it benefits them to play into an extreme. Yeah, it definitely can. I think, though, there's room for everyone. Like, I think some people like how douchey, like a little bit douchey, like Ninjan and Miniac can be. Some people like something a little bit more calm, like Goobertown. Some people like something a little bit more like happy or happy-go-lucky, like Midwinter Mini.
Mm-hmm.
Some people like something a little bit cringy, or not cringy, a little bit like a humorous take, like Snips and Wib.
Mm-hmm.
Some people like whatever we are. And some people are angry little trolls who like Arch.
Bam! You heard it here, folks.
Big Nick Energy. I and several folks in my town have been sour on them lately, so I haven't bought any kits or paints from them. Not going to stop playing the games, nor tell others to do so. Yeah, so like a reasonable take. Yeah, I'm just not feeling it now. Wait, so you're not going to try to burn down Games Workshop?
Mm-hmm.
I remember somebody left a great comment where they're like, I called Games Workshop customer service to complain about their recent policies, and they hung up on me 3 times. It's obvious Games Workshop doesn't care about me or my business. I'm like, you called up a poor customer service person and yelled at them 3 times in a row, and you feel like you're the victim? James Coleman, dude, don't do dislikes. Oh, we feed on the dislikes. They are our source of power and strength.
And they go on to say, YouTube says that's the worst thing you can do for a channel. No. If anything, our streams have become more important, or have become bigger since we've started doing this. We
get more downvotes than most people get likes.
Mm-hmm. This is true.
Shahuha and Costa. Isn't it just easier being yourself so you aren't expected to play a character? Yeah. You'd think.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Green just got the wife an auto litter box for around $600. The box makes a perfect 44 by 60 battlefield. Probably the most expensive though. Damn, this thing came in a 44 by 60 inch box?
What?
Is that big? That feels like it's really big for a litter box.
Jeez, do you have like a lion or like a crazy giant cat? Do you have like 15 cats?
Pumas.
Jeez, I'm trying to find this
Mountain
comic.
lions.
I have to read it for myself.
Maybe flattened. Maybe like
there
if you
we
fold
go.
the box in half.
Okay, maybe. I hope so.
Melonhead Bernie, I listen to Goober Town when I want to go to sleep. Lol, his vids are almost too relaxing.
Mm.
Big Nick Energy. No, I won't burn down Games Workshop. Yet.
The thing moved and now I lost where I was. Scott Mallinson. Miniac is great except for the screaming at the end of each video. It scares my cat.
Yeah, I always skip that.
It scares my cat.
Yeah. I really liked his new video on how much fun he's having with the Song of Ice and Fire board game.
Mm-hmm.
I was not at all sold on it, but then I'm like, oh, he's actually really having a good time. Because like every now and then I think creators put out videos where you can really tell this is hitting home for them, and that's when the video I feel like really comes to life.
Mm-hmm.
Like Squidmar put out a video where he painted a bunch of like second edition metal orcs he bought on eBay, and you could tell he's like, these are the models that he had when he was the little child. He was really digging it.
I mean, I have that with like when people talk about MMA.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't have any interest in watching it, but hearing people talk about it and like they're really passionate about it and they know all the things about it, that's fun. It's fun listening to people that are excited about something.
Yeah. Clarky, how far through the Genestealer army are you? Pinning to a certain points or just slaying all the gray? Slaying the gray, I have a whole bunch of stuff painted, although my new painting style is a little bit different, so I don't know how easy it's going to be to update my old painted minis. So I don't have much right now. I should put together a list so that I have playable armies of all my stuff. Right now I just have a hodgepodge of painted and unpainted armies.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm gonna get in some 40k, I got to get on it.
Mm-hmm. And we're gonna get in some new kill teams this weekend. It's gonna be exciting. I'm gonna be putting together the Orc Commandos tomorrow.
New kill team looks great.
Yep.
And I liked old kill team, but new kill team looks better.
Chill. I'll say it.
Yeah.
Mr. Green, lol. No, all 4 walls make it. Okay, so the box, like if you unfold the box, that's how you get the 44 by 60.
Temporary Alien. I never understood the dislike of Arch. Sure, he has his own views, but I don't really care. Yeah, the big thing that soured him in my eyes was really when he led the charge against Games Workshop's statements about like diversity, and he got so many people fired up over something that I don't think any of them would have taken any like interest in without him. Because it's like, Games Workshop, we're not gonna accept racists, bigots, or bad people. And our setting is dark and gritty, but it's not a representation of who we are. And we're gonna continue to diversify our cast of characters so that everyone has something to look, has a place in our hobby. And I'm like, all that sounds great. And then he was like frothing at the mouth, like, Warhammer is for everyone. How dare you say Games Workshop is not for bigots?
Mm-hmm.
And he got like a petition with 10,000 signatures for them to take down the statement. And oh my god, it really threw, kind of like how everything sucks right now because people are being kind of negative. That was like 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Nelson Dune, I watch you guys and Uncle Adam. Oh, Uncle Adam. I've been watching his live streams, which actually is really nice because he talks about tons of different games. And so every time I watch one of his live streams, I feel like I'm getting a crash course in the actual hobby community.
That's pretty neat.
He'll just talk for like 30 minutes about some little game he downloaded onto his iPad and then played 50 games of. That man gets some gaming in.
Mossman Miniatures, I really love this. I really love this community. Thanks, Nick and Jay, for being so helpful, fun, and encouraging.
Exactly. Now everyone stop. Burn your miniatures.
Burn it all down. Everything's falling apart. Everything sucks.
I only want to watch it. Love Snips and Wib. Every time they visit the Warhammer world to ask if a 30-year-old model is allowed to be played or not, an angel gets its wings. Nice. Yeah, I think I've seen all of their retro videos. I never quite understood, though, why does... I forget which one's which, but why do they use dice to add height to their bases? That just seems wild to me. Like, they don't use rocks or sand or cardboard, or they use dice. And like, surely that's a pricey and poor way to add some height to your miniatures. And then they cover the dice in, glue and sand and putty, and never understood. Maybe I should reach out and be like, "You guys okay? Do you need cardboard?"
Interesting. Maybe they have a really good reason though.
Maybe, you never know.
You truly never know.
I suppose it would add a little weight, but
yeah.
So does like putty.
That's true. Kick the Bandit. It was cool bumping into Jay on Uncle Adam's stream.
Ah, neat. I did comment a little bit on his last live stream. Amazing.
I know we need to get this account verified or something. I think we have to. There's a bunch of stuff that we have to do, and I think we have to have more subscribers. But because then your name pops up special on the live stream stuff.
Neat.
Like when Goober shows up.
Yeah.
He has like the check mark and it's special and it's like highlighted almost. Ah, Power Surge. Maybe the dice is for consistency.
Maybe
like a consistent height. That could be. Matthew Stolness, are you being dicist?
Matthew Stolness, Goobertown is the Bob Ross of mini painting. I actually said that on his channel, and he hearted my comment. Aww.
Adorable.
Cullen Steger, Midwinter has painted a lot of nice vintage stuff. He has. And a lot of Blackstone Fortress stuff.
Yeah.
Matthew Cheeseman, I still don't get Genestealer cult. If someone said, join this club to get a free decoder ring, I'd be like, okay. But joining Genestealer cult, you get an extra arm and you look like a freaking monster. I'd take the decoder ring, please. I don't know, I feel like a third arm, though, that would help out a lot. I can scroll YouTube while writing my scripts.
Mm-hmm.
JSC Miller, have you painted any Conquest minis? No. I've heard it's a very fun game. There's so many games out there. I might get around to it. I mean, just this year, I got into Age of Sigmar and Star Wars Legion, and a little bit basically Kill Team. So
and Malifaux.
And Malifaux. So it's not out of the realms of possibility. I do want to get lots of different game systems under my belt.
Mm-hmm. Big Nick Energy. 3 arms means more high fives.
Yeah.
Ben Whitnell. In the middle of getting my first army painted, your videos have been a huge help, but I felt personally attacked when one of your basing videos said that just using sand and some rocks was lame. Yep. Matthew Stolas, it's really cool to see a growth too. Watching earlier videos of EOB, you can watch Jay's reading. Now he does a great job of not following the lines with his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we've also gotten better at filming it.
Yeah.
In a way where it's harder to tell
Mm-hmm.
what's going on.
Juice. Good evening, Jay and Nick. Today video was really neat. I might just make some props myself after seeing that. Neat.
Oh. Neato. I know. I was thinking because people were mentioning like Eldar terrain, like doing Eldar terrain. I'm like, geez, Louise, if I had to sand like weird organic shapes and stuff like that and get those perfect, that would be a disaster.
Mm-hmm. You know, though, it could be maybe with a sponge.
Yeah, with the sponge, sandpaper might not be too bad.
Yeah.
But
maybe a lot more resin. Oh, then things can't really be big.
Yeah, I actually right after I finished the video, I dropped the first barricade that I painted, and then part of it broke off because it's resin.
Wow, and the barricades are kind of small and chunky.
Yeah, but it was the remember there's like two parts that stick out.
Ah, yeah.
Parts, yep, that one of those broke off.
Mm.
I think I could glue it back perfectly and it'd be fine, but yeah, it's a little annoying. I think I want to maybe have to talk to TK 3D Prints and talk about trying to figure out how to do that to have some more forgiving resin parts.
Mm-hmm.
That could be maybe that could be a video. Who knows?
Melonhead Bernie. Midwinter Minis looks like the kid from A Christmas Story, and it's freaking adorable. Does he?
Yeah.
I feel like
maybe the glasses.
Maybe the glasses, but like Ralphie was like blonde.
Blonde, yeah.
And he didn't have a beard.
Interesting.
Jacqueline Costa. Imagine dual wielding while being able to scratch your unmentionables. Talk about convenience.
That's true. I never thought about that. That's kind of perfect.
True, Sprue. You could try out Infinity Miniatures games. No waiting for turns because you play simultaneously. Interesting. Yeah, I know there's so many games.
5 bazillion games.
Mm-hmm.
Joaquin Costa, broken terrain is just battle damage. Yep, that's what I'm gonna say. Hey Juice, I was just curious on how to use Blender. Every time I open that program, I get a headache. Yeah, it's pretty rough, I would say. I would say if you want to start doing Blender, do the famous donut tutorial.
I've done the donut tutorial.
Yeah. And you could, I would say, if you're just interested in like modeling, you could skip all the rendering parts.
Mm-hmm.
I also don't know if the rendering parts work because I think it's different now. I think they have a different. It might be different. I'm not exactly sure.
If I can do the donut tutorial, you can do the donut tutorial.
Yeah, it's pretty easy, and the modeling part's is the easier part. The rendering and figuring that out is a nightmare.
And what I think what makes Blender Guru so nice is he'll often pause the video and be like, okay, so if you're struggling, here's probably what's happening. And he helped me so many times. Where it's like, yeah, you've probably deselected this. You misclicked here. You clicked on this menu instead of that menu.
Yep.
Like, he really anticipates challenges.
Mm-hmm. And then if you're still stuck, go into the comments, and there's
Yes.
tons of people that have had the exact same problems as you, and you can solve them real quick. But yeah, because I started doing the blender right when the lockdown happened. That was like what I was doing in the evenings, and it really teaches you everything. And I've done a bunch of other tutorials in sculpting and stuff, but that was such a good base knowledge of how that program works. I had to use Blender back in high school to do some 3D animations, but I never used it for modeling. Interesting.
Colin Steger, are you going to paint some Star Wars Wookiees when they come out? I don't know. Probably not. I'll probably get around to it eventually, but yeah, I don't even think Wookiees are going to be my next get. I think I'm going to get, for some reason, I feel like I'm going to get a whole bunch of Stormtroopers. A whole bunch.
Like a whole bunch for some reason. And speaking of that, I didn't even realize it's after 10.
Oh my goodness!
I was just having too much fun.
These heads are taking a minute to highlight.
Well, you know what doesn't take a minute? Joining the Patreon.
Yeah, really only many seconds.
This is very true. And yeah, we had 2 videos out today. Or we had 1 video out today, and we had another video out on Monday, and we have another video out on Friday. And remember, we have a Patreon only stream on Friday, and we have a very special stream on Saturday because we're announcing the winners of our Discord challenge.
Yeah.
And we're announcing the new one. I think we have some fun ideas for this next one. So you'll have to join us for all that. But we'll be back tomorrow with another live stream at 9 p.m. Central. So join us for that.
Furiously putting more pink flesh on the heads.
Yeah, you have to end it. There's no more things to say.
And boom. Yeah. All right, everybody. Good night. Go watch all the videos.
Yeah.